I want to talk about something real quick, right? Again, you know me, things come to my mind, or I'm not even going to say that things come to my mind. I get these downloads, I get these messages, and it'd be like, okay, let's talk about it, Telly. So, what I want to talk about is trauma bonding. I feel like I just got bit by a mosquito. But anyway, don't worry about that. I want to talk about trauma bonding. First and foremost, what is trauma bonding? A trauma bond is an emotional attachment that forms between someone and a person who is harmful, inconsistent, or triggering, often because of cycles of hurt mixed with moments of comfort or love. It tricks your nervous system into thinking the connection is safety when really it just looks familiar. It's just familiar with chaos. So here are signs you're trauma bonding. Number one, highs and lows feel addictive. You stay for the rare good moments, even though the bad moments outweigh the good moments. That's sign number one. Sign number two, you feel like you can't leave. Even when you know the relationship is toxic, you feel stuck, you feel guilty, or afraid to let go, afraid to detach. Number three, confusing pain for passion. Arguments, breakups, and makeups feel like proof. It feels like proof of how deep the love runs. So confusing pain for passion. Arguments, breakups, and makeups feel like proof of how deep the love runs. I done made it up to you. I just showed you my love. You understand? Number four, needing their validation to feel okay. Your self-worth starts rising and falling with their approval or their disapproval. So, number four, again, needing someone's validation to feel okay. You don't need nobody to let you know that, hey, you are okay. Number five, minimizing the harm, minimizing the hurt. You excuse or you rationalize their hurtful actions because of what they've been through or because you've bonded over pain. Number six, isolation from self and isolation from others. You stop recognizing yourself, you start silencing your needs, or you distance from healthy people to keep the bond alive. Ugh. Number seven, mistaking shared wounds for intimacy. You connect by constantly revisiting each other's traumas, not by building something grounded in truth. So, those are seven signs that you could be, or that you are. You are trauma bonding. Now, how to recognize it in real time? Let's talk about that. First, you ask the question. Ask, am I here because it feels good for me, or because leaving feels like it's impossible? I just talked to someone today, and I'm very proud of her. She got up out of a messy situation. So you have to ask yourself the question, am I here because it feels good for me, or because leaving feels impossible? How to recognize it in real time. Check your body. Check in with self. Check in with your body. Trauma bonding often shows up as anxiety. It also shows up as stomach knots or racing thoughts that disappear temporarily after reconnecting. How to recognize it in real time. Notice if your healing stalls. If being with this person, or even being with that group of people, keeps you looping in the same pain rather than moving forward, that's a sign. The shift comes when you realize love isn't supposed to feel like survival. Love should not feel like, oh, I'm just surviving, like good times. Hanging in a child, ain't we lucky we got? No. Trauma bond. No. No. Healthy bonds feed your peace, not your wounds. So On this good Heart Chakra Friday, man, I want to make it crystal clear. I am not in the business of trauma bonding with anybody. I don't have time for that, and neither do you. That's why it's so important to know what trauma bonding is, or even what it even looks like, because a lot of us may be caught in it without even realizing we trauma bonded. And here's the thing, we keep creating spaces and communities just to trauma dump on each other, passing pain back and forth with no real fucking solution. So that's not healing. That's recycling your wounds. So on this Heart Chakra Friday, you owe it to yourself not to trauma bond, but to choose love that actually frees you. So here are ways to break free from trauma bonding. Radical awareness. Radical awareness. Call it the fuck out. Name it. I am big. Put a fucking name on it. Call it out. Name it for what it is. Once you recognize the cycle, the spell starts to break. Number 2, detox from the highs and the lows. Create space. No contact or limited contact allows your nervous system to reset from the addiction to chaos. Because sometimes that is a high. And then it becomes a low. So you have to detox from the highs and the lows, the goods and the bads. Create space. No contact or limit contact allows your nervous system to reset from the addiction to chaos. Number 3, anchor in self-worth. Go get your Moon Baby Alchemy. That's first and foremost. Available on Amazon and on our website, www.mondaybornmentality.com. Anchor in self-worth. Start pouring back into yourself. Affirmations, mirror work, journaling. Remind yourself daily, I deserve love that doesn't hurt. Repeat, I deserve love that does not hurt. Number 4, community of growth. You know, you want to have a community to grow, not a community as a dumping ground. Surround yourself with people and spaces that speak life, that hold you accountable and offer tools, not just wounds. Number 5, ways to break free from trauma bonding, professional and spiritual healing, i.e., therapy, coaching, breath work. In my book, there's a 4-4-4. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. So you got therapy, traditional and non-traditional. You got coaching, you got breath work, you got meditation, you have sound bowls, you have sound baths, whatever resonates with you. That healing is not one directional. It's not one dimensional. You have to do what's best for you and your self-healing, what works for you. Some people go to therapy, and some people just need an hour. Some people need 2 hours. Some people need Reiki. Some people just need to go near a body of water. Some people you just need to get quiet to get clear. So seek professional and spiritual healing, therapy, coaching, meditation. Healing needs a practice, not just a vent. You know, you don't want to just go and have a community to where you just go and vent. Okay, I done let this out, or I done divulged this. Now, how I done released this information. Now, what do I pour back into myself? So just be sure that you are surrounded by healing places, not just for you to dump on, if that makes any sense. Healing needs a practice. You have to practice. Makes perfect. Healing needs practice, not just a place to vent. All right, so the best medicine is love with boundaries. The real cure for trauma bonding is heart chakra alignment, learning to give and receive love without sacrificing your peace. What does that mean, Telly? That means loving yourself enough to walk away. That means loving yourself enough to say no. That means loving yourself enough to only open your heart where it feels safe, where it feels steady, and where it feels reciprocal. And if it doesn't feel reciprocal, what are we talking about? Love without boundaries is attachment. That's how I see it. Love without boundaries is attachment, but love with boundaries, that's freedom. That is freedom. So yeah, I wanted to get on here and talk about that real quick. Be sure to check in with yourself today. You come first. You come first. Now, question, are you loving from your wounds, or are you loving from your worth? Are you loving from your wounds, or are you loving from your worth? If you've been stuck in trauma, if you have been stuck in trauma cycles, let this Heart Chakra Friday be the day you choose to cut that cord. Don't just dump, heal. Do not just dump, heal. So before I end this though, I do want to leave you guys with some journal prompts. I think I did it earlier on the podcast episode earlier. However, question, when was the last time that you learned to confuse chaos with love? When was the first time you learned to confuse chaos with love? A lot of people think chaos is love, and a lot of people think that love is chaos. So when is the first time that you learned to confuse chaos with love? Number 2, what patterns in relationships, whether it's your friendship, your family, or even a romantic relationships, what patterns in relationships feel similar but leave you feeling drained? And be honest with yourself. The answer ain't for me, it's for you. Number 3, how do you know when your heart feels safe versus when it feels anxious? Number 4, what boundaries can I set today to honor my heart instead of reopening old wounds? And number 5, how can I create or join communities that hold space for growth and hold space for solutions, not just trauma dumping? The trauma has to go somewhere, right? But how can you create or join communities that hold space for your growth and hold space for your solutions? Now, the tarot card of the day for this heart chakra is the Lover's card. This card isn't just about romance, no. It's about choices in love. On Heart Chakra Friday, the lovers remind us that healing starts with choosing the right kind of people. Healing starts with choosing the right kind of bond. Not every connection deserves a seat at your heart's table. Let me ask you a question. Who is sitting at your heart? Who is sitting at your heart's table? The medicine here is conscious choice. The bond through growth, not wounds. The bond through alignment, not survival. So, repeat after me. This is a question, right? Repeat this. Am I choosing love that liberates me or chains that drain me? Do my connections mirror my healing, or do my connections mirror my hurt? Now, let the Lover's card guide you to love with awareness, not trauma love, not survival love, but love that expands your heart, love that honors your spirit, love that keeps you aligned. All right, that's my time. My name is Goddess Telly. You have been cracked open. Be sure to check out our website, mondaybornmentality.com. If any part of this episode resonated with you, let me know. Tap in with me. Tomorrow's my birthday. I have an event I have a live in-person event today that I am super excited about. I get to mix and mingle with some dope-ass creatives in real life, okay? I'm super excited because I am new in the state of Arizona. I'm really out here by myself. That's how I gotta take it. Like, I don't know anybody out here other than my partner. Like, I don't know anybody out here for the most part. I haven't really been putting myself out there. So it's cool to be in alignment and to go after the things that you want. So if you're listening to this, don't let shit stop you. Be sure that you are not trauma bonding. Again, I'm not in the business of trauma bonding with anybody. I'm in the business of healing. I'm a healer. I'm a feeler. I can be your lucky charm. You understand? You understand? Yo, be sure to check out our new music that's available on YouTube. We also have music already available on Spotify, Apple, and Heart Radio. All right, I'm going to end this now. I hope everybody is having the most amazing Friday ever. Hold, please.